welcome to the Corporate Escapists show. I'm your host, Protagonist. I'm really excited today because I'm going to jump on and answer some questions that you have all sent in. So sit back, enjoy, get to know me a little bit more, and I'm going to share a little bit more about my story and also just obviously do a little bit of a Q&A with you all. So one of the questions that I get asked quite a bit was obviously how did the Corporate Escapists all start? And I have been very fortunate to be surrounded by incredible mentors along my journey. So when I hit complete rock bottom and I wanted to rebuild my life back up, one of the things obviously was looking internally, and one of the things I discovered is that I didn't want to go back into the corporate world. I needed to be able to create a business that allowed me to have freedom. And I've written a lot of posts about values, and those values, and one of them is freedom. And it's the freedom to be able to create the life that I want to live. And that freedom came from having my own business. And one of the mentors that I work with, she helped me to create obviously the YouTube channel, so the web TV show. And from there, we then built the podcast, and now obviously to launch the magazine. So this all falls under the Corporate Escapists. I must admit, it has been a very beautiful, organic journey to be able to do that. And one of the things I absolutely love is, there's so many people, and this is not just here in Australia. This is a conversation, and this happens worldwide. So when I started sharing my story and talking about being a corporate escapist and, sharing why I didn't want to go back into the corporate world, and I realized that this was something worldwide, and it's a conversation that needs to happen. It's a conversation that we need to not only have with ourselves, but we need to have with our loved ones as well, so that we can actually really start to create this beautiful life that we are so lit up and passionate about every single day. So that's how the Corporate Escapists sort of all came about. The next thing that I got asked was, what are the plans for the future? Look, I have big grand plans, and obviously launching the magazine is probably our next big step. And very blessed to have incredible men and women willing to be able to share their stories so that they can inspire, empower you as well. And the magazine is going to be launched on the 15th of June. It's going to be incredible because these stories go behind why people started their business, why they chose that particular sort of business, that lifestyle, and the moment as well as to and sort of what was that sort of defining moment. And I really want to bring to light that, it doesn't have to be a really traumatic or sad experience. It could literally that you've done a lot of reflection and realize that, you're not lit up and inspired, and you want to be able to wake up every single day and to be able to do, what you love. And maybe you've had a side business and you are so passionate about that now you've realized that that's what you really want to step into so that you can go in and create that. People always are talking, obviously, in this crazy time with the COVID-19 is now the right time to start a business? And I'm just going to say, heck yes. There is, in life, there's never going to be a good or bad time to start anything. And if you're passionate about it, if there is a want, there is a need for you to do that, just do it. So many times that we allow the planning and, we want everything to be perfect and so in alignment. But the thing is that we literally have to get started. One of my big quotes that I use is dreams plus actions equal reality. So it's all great to have these big grand dreams that we have, but if you're not going to take that action, if you're not willing to step up and to put something in motion, it's never going to be a reality. And I'm a perfect example of that. I had a dream about the Corporate Escapists. I've then made an action plan, and I've actually implemented that, and now here it is. It's a reality. So in every aspect of your life, that can come true for you. And I'm very, like, as I said, I'm very fortunate. I do believe that you need to surround yourself with the right tribe. Your tribe is going to be the ones that are going to keep you motivated. They're going to help and support you. They allow you to bounce the ideas off you. They're not just going to be the ones that sort of give you that little smoke screen or that little, oh yeah, everything's okay. These are the people that are going to be raw, honest, and be vulnerable with you. And that is what you want. And that's why I also created the Corporate Escapists community as well. So for people who want to, have that sort of action plan to, really escape and to be able to follow their passion, is to be surrounded by people who have done it or are in the process. So they're like-minded people. And, we all are there to help and support each other. So if you don't have a tribe, if you don't have that support, definitely go ahead and do that. And the other big question I get asked is, you talk about woo-woo a little bit. So really, what is it? So I say woo-woo, which is all about my spirituality. And I discovered spirituality a few years ago, and it's something that I use in my life and also in my business. I meditate, I use journaling practices. I do receive energy healing and, really being able to really be connected to myself. And I find that being in the right level of vibration, and I talk about the law of attraction, and it is something that literally changed my life. And it's all about the way that you think, you feel, and, you put yourself out there. Because if you ever think of a time when you've walked into, say, a party and there's somebody there that's just so effervescent and, vibrant, you're attracted to that. So that's sort of like a smaller way of describing the law of attraction. So if you're putting that right energy out there and that right vibration, people are going to be attracted to you. And when I realized that, I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer anymore. I didn't want to be living in that sort of victim mentality. I took ownership for my life. I took ownership for everything that had happened, because now I am incredibly grateful for all of that heartache, for all of those sort of turbulent times that I've gone through, because it's made me into the person that I am today. And I absolutely love who I am. And this is not about ego. This is not about, going, oh, you're so loved up on yourself and all of that. I am a flawed individual, but I also embrace my flaws. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we need to really learn to do, is to love who you are right now. It doesn't mean that you have to stay where you are. It's about learning and embracing. And it's actually then knowing where you want to actually move forward to it. So law of attraction, woo-woo, spirituality, I embrace it. I love it. I live and breathe it every single day in my life and also in my business. And I also teach it to my coaching clients as well. And so people say, oh, you say that you're a life coach. What does that mean? What does that do? So as a life coach myself, I love working with people all around the world that really want to be able to live their life to the fullest. And that's about really stripping bare and going back and finding out who you are. It's really uncovering your true, authentic self, getting to know yourself more. We talk a lot about values. Values are something so passionate to me, because if you don't stand for anything, you're going to fall for everything. And I never really appreciated that so much more in my life, because with values, I live and breathe by a set of values. I have about 10. There's more, but these are the 10 key ones. Authenticity is one of my big ones. So I really show up authentic. I'm raw, I'm vulnerable. I share my story so that I can help other people. And I expect that from other people as well. And I love working with people who are willing to do that, willing to, really step up and, just really accept, where they've been and where they are right now, so that they can make those changes to move forward. So yeah, as I said, I am a life coach and, love working with people to really help design a new life for themselves. I mainly do coach women, but obviously open to coaching men as well. And I always say that I help you go from your corporate mess to your empowered best. And I'm really excited about, helping so many people really live their best life. And, I'm on a mission to be able to do that because I've seen the changes that it's done within myself. So these are all the practices that I've learned, how I've applied to my life. And, I know I've been living proof that these work. So somebody asked me about, do I have a morning routine? And absolutely I do. Most mornings, and I'm going to say most mornings because there are times where I love a good sleep in, or, I've got, plans in the morning or something like that. So, I try to stick to this morning routine, get up, obviously, I'll meditate, I do journaling, and really spend time, with myself. I could read, but I take my time in the mornings, which is such a complete difference. So back in the corporate world, it literally was, okay, you're up, the alarm's gone off, and get up, get ready, and I'm in the car and I'm driving to work. But now I allow myself to, be connected, be in the moment, to set the intentions of what I want to achieve for the day. And it makes such a huge difference, because I am so much more focused. But in addition to that, I'm actually nourishing myself as well. And obviously, from going through a really bad sort of breakdown period and being so ill, that I know the importance of nourishing myself. And it's not just nourishing yourself with food and that, it's nourishing myself with my spirituality. It's allowing myself to really give myself that time and to have that perfect sort of work-life balance as well. So they're just a few little questions that have come up. What's installed for the next, part of the Corporate Escapists? As I said, we are launching the magazine on the 15th of June. So make sure you stay tuned and you're following us. So we'll put all the social channels down below that you can go and check us out and follow. We will be doing a big, huge launch party, and I'm super excited because the magazine is going to be global. We have incredible people from the US, Canada, the UK that's going to be featured, so that we can really have this global conversation. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everyone who has been joining us here on the Corporate Escapists and watching us and following, and really sending all of your beautiful comments and just the encouragement that we're getting as well. And I can't wait to show you the magazine. So stay tuned because we're going to be releasing little snippets of it just to give you a little bit of a teaser coming up. If there's something that you would love for us to talk about on the show, make sure you reach out. We'd love to hear because, I'm here to support you, to really give you lots of information so that you can, follow your passion and live life to the fullest. So thank you so much, everybody. I am going to say goodbye and be back soon with another episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show. So love and light to you all.